Most listing presentations are about the agent. That's a huge mistake. They state, I have this many years experience. Here's my marketing plan. This is what I'm going to do, and this is how I market properties. I do drone. I do social media campaigns. I do open houses, blah, 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 blah. Here's the deal, team. Sellers don't care. Sellers don't care, not the way you think they do. Sellers are asking one question as you're sitting in front of them, and we're wasting that opportunity with tons of filler and tons of noise. The only question sellers are asking is, can you sell my home? And most agents never actually answer that question. They dance around it with filler material versus saying, yeah, I have an idea of who your ideal customer is, and I have a good understanding of who's going to buy this home. The reality is, team, in this day and age, the future of listing presentations is not about the marketing plan. It's not about you. It's not about the brand, the logo, or the brokerage. It's all about the buyer avatar. And this is where AI becomes extremely powerful. Not as a gimmick, not as a buzzword, but as a powerful research weapon. Let me explain how. Before you ever walk into a listing appointment again, I want you to use AI to reverse engineer the most likely, specific buyer for that home. Not generic, specific. If the home is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, great schools, 2-car garage, and it's located in, pick any suburban neighborhood, that's going to tell us something about the buyer avatar. If it's a condo that's in a downtown area that has a high homeowners association fee, but it's also close to maybe a tech hub or downtown, that's going to tell us something else completely different about that buyer avatar. Most agents, they'll go surface level. Bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Now professionals, they go deep. The question we need to ask before ever going on a listing appointment is, who is most likely to buy this property? Who is it, team? What is their avatar? Where do they work? How much money do they earn annually? Do they commute? What are their personal values? What are their hobbies? Are schools important to them? Is walkability important to them? Is it prestige? Is it privacy? Is it low maintenance? Or are they looking for an investment upside? Here is the emotional shift inside a listing appointment. Instead of saying, I'm going to market your home on Zillow and the MLS and put it on social media, you show up confident, disciplined, and you say, based on the data, the most likely buyer for your home is a dual income professional. They're earning between X amount of dollars and Y amount of dollars. They're likely working in these particular industries. They prioritize school districts, and they value commute efficiency. When you list with me, our entire marketing strategy will be geared directly to targeting that specific buyer avatar. Now this team, this is where you have the seller's attention. They're probably going to lean in. They're going to lean forward. Why? Because you're not pitching. You're not marketing. You're demonstrating professional precision. Let me give you an example AI prompt for this. You can literally say to AI, based on this property description, location, price point, and the school district, I want you to identify the most likely buyer. I need the buyer's profile, the buyer's avatar, including income, career, lifestyle, preferences, hobbies, commuting patterns, and psychographics. In seconds, you're going to have clarity. But here's the key, team. You don't just read the output. You translate it. During your listing presentation, you say to your prospective clients, I've analyzed who is most likely going to purchase your property. And here's who they are. Here's what they care about. And here, most importantly, is how we position your home. We position it directly to them via our marketing efforts. Now, you're no longer just simply a real estate agent at this point. You're a real estate strategist. Most listing presentations are about ego. This one, it's about empathy. Well, empathy driven by data. You're proving to your prospective clients that you understand their market, you understand their home, and you understand the buyer for their home before you even put it on the market. This changes the dynamic drastically. Why? Because sellers want certainty, and certainty comes from being extremely specific. Notice how we're not doing this in a video with them. We're not talking about marketing tactics yet. We're not talking about Facebook ads. We're not talking about reels or email blasts or what periodicals we're going to market and list the home in. Because tactics without clarity That's noise. We need to lead with the buyer avatar first, strategy second, execution third. And this also protects us from the AI trend trap, because AI is not replacing our thinking. It's accelerating our research. That's a huge difference, team. And if you walk in saying, I'll use AI, you sound so trendy. And if you walk in saying, we've already identified the most probable buyer avatar for this property, you sound elite. Here's the deeper emotional layer to this. When you speak about buyer certainty, when you can identify this buyer clearly, the seller is going to subconsciously understand that if you are this locked in on the potential buyer, you definitely understand the market. That's authority, team. That's leverage. That's power. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most agents, unfortunately, will never do this. They'll keep using the same listing presentation from 2015. They'll keep saying the same scripted and rehearsed lines, and they'll keep losing listings to agents who look sharper and are more clearly defined in their messaging. This is separation, team. This is professional separation. This is not marketing louder. This is smarter positioning. Now let me give you the script structure that you can use. You sit down and this is what you say. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, before we talk about the listing presentation or even talk about marketing, I want to talk about who is most likely going to buy your home. Then we walk them through that buyer avatar, income ranges, career types, the lifestyle drivers of why they're going to buy that particular home, the key emotional triggers. What are they upgrading from? Where are they moving from? And what are they trying to escape? Now, guess who you're describing? You're describing the seller themselves, and your sellers, they feel seen because you're talking about their buyers, their future buyers, like it's a real person, but it's also a person that they resonate with and connect with because, well, it's them. This is not a statistic that you're presenting to them. This is how you get listings, not by promising more exposure. Everyone has the same tools for exposure, but by demonstrating a deeper understanding, because exposure is already assumed. Insight is rare. So if you want to win more listings in this market, stop pitching yourself. Start presenting the buyer. Of course, use AI to research, but use your human experience to interpret. Use your presence to deliver confidently. That combination is extremely hard to compete with. Now, if you want help building a modern listing presentation like this, if you want the prompts, the structure, if you want the scripts, the positioning framework, connect with me. There's a link down below. Go ahead and click that link. There's a lot of tools and resources down there, but most importantly, what I want you to see is the opportunity for us to work one-on-one in a coaching relationship, because we will have the ability to build these items within our conversations. Because at the end of the day, team, the agents who win are the agents who adapt intelligently. They win decisively. And this market is all about rewarding precision, not noise, but building smarter and then executing faster. That team, that's how we get listings. But at the end of the day, it's your business. Get out there, get after it, grow your business, everybody. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.